What up? What's up, guys? It's Bishop here doing a pre-review of Woodlawn Football. It's a movie that opened up October 16th this past weekend in theaters. I have yet to see the film just because it's been a busy weekend, but I want to encourage you guys to see the film. I'm looking forward to it. The trailer is very impactful. I actually met some of the cast and could have had a pre-screening opportunity, except it was on weeknight up in Columbus, Ohio, and I couldn't make it up there. I was at a Southern Baptist convention, and they were there promoting the film. It's a Christian-based sports film, football film, and when I heard about it, I was super excited. However, in my mind, when you have a film like Remember the Titans with the cast that they had, it's going to be hard for, in my opinion, I thought it was going to be very hard for a film like this to be successful. However, in the week opening day, it was like 1.4 million at the box office. So it said it exceeded studios' expectations for it, which is, in my opinion, really good. I'm really happy for that. Word around like Twitter and stuff is that it's actually a good film. However, if you're a film critic, I've read some reviews out there that there's just some character development issues. But from an overall faith standpoint and how do you say sports story standpoint, it's a good film. Just a couple things I wanted to read. So it's produced by the Irwin brothers. It's based in 1973. It's based on a true story, which I always love films like that because there's that truth element to it, which makes a lot of the other movies that are fake. It's a little bit more relatable, the fact that it's true. But Andrew Irwin said, there's a power in somebody's true story, somebody that's already walked a similar situation and gone through so much, and to see how they overcame. I think that has a lot to say to a new generation. Hopefully we'll see that and say, wow, one person like that can make an impact. Maybe I can too. Obviously referring to Tony Nathan, the player who played on that team, who went on to later play for the Miami Dolphins. Actually went back to Alabama, as he promised Bear Bryant that he would in 2015 to finish his degree, which is a cool story. Read up on Tony Nathan. But just a powerful quote, and the reason why I wanted to read that quote to you is because one person can make a difference. And so everyone loves an underdog story because of the relatability. I think a lot of us who haven't grown up with a lot of riches or successes oftentimes feel like an underdog. At least I do in some ways. And so whenever we achieve great things, or see a movie of someone achieving great things when they were an underdog, in this particular film, maybe obviously in this film due to racial tension back in the day on and off the field is what Tony Nathan received. But even now there's still a lot of racial tension and a few other things that really add struggle to our lives. And so if one person can achieve greatness through facing that adversity, then we can too. It's possible. And so that's always encouraging. But one of the trailers starts off with a verse out of Luke 6:32 that says, if you love those who love you, like what good is that? You have to love your enemies, which I thought was a very powerful verse for the trailer to lead into, which really excited me for the trailer. Watch the trailer in the description below. Really kind of gets me pumped up for that truth. And that's a truth that I think you hear verses like that all the time, and it's almost cliche because everyone says love everyone, God is love, but to really live that out is much more difficult, and especially to go through what Tony Nathan went through with a racial adversity, to love through that. I can't even imagine. I can't even speak on. So I looked at Rotten Tomatoes. Right now it's at a 92%, but that's all the audience view, which is always much higher than the critics review. There's only 4 critics that have reviewed it, all positive though thus far, nothing rotten. So that's good. Hopefully it continues to go along that route. It's a PG film, 123 minutes long. The plot summary, I just want to read it, is a gifted high school football player must learn to embrace his talent and his faith as he battles racial tensions on and off the field. So not only his athletic ability is pushed in some of these racial tensions, but also his faith. And so I wasn't athletically gifted in high school to play football or in fact any sports for my school team. Intramural bowling though, I did exceed in that. Uh, but I didn't have these tensions, and so not only are true stories relatable, but sometimes they're not relatable, but it helps an audience gain more respect after seeing a true story played out. And so that's what I'm looking forward to the most in seeing this film. I also went it to IMDb 7.4 out of 10 rating, which is good out of several thousand view or several hundred views. 203 people have viewed it. So really looking forward to it. If you have seen it, leave a comment in the description below. I might do a review of the movie after I watch it, but just wanted to bring attention to this film just because I think a lot of times it can be skeptical being a quote Christian film. I know going into War Room there was a lot of skepticism about it, but it did very successful in the standpoint of money, I guess you could say, at the box office. It did very successful. But from what I'm reading, from what I'm seeing from the trailer, it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to see, and I encourage you to as well. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.